Hello. In continuation of our previous topics, that is the dipole antenna, myself Somik Chakraborty today discuss about the practical dipole antenna, how we can analysis, at least can going to design how the practical dipole antenna works. That will be the topics of our today's topics. And previously we already discussed about the topics of infinitesimal small dipole antenna. That is, we can say the antenna where the size is very small. That is, it may be the terms of lambda by 10 or lambda by even in the terms of lambda by 100, so that it is known as the infinitesimal small dipole antenna. Also, we shown that in this kind of small dipole antenna, the current distribution are basically becomes as a triangular in forms. So, at any instant of time, at any spaces in special functions at the point P, that is r theta phi in spherical coordinate system, in the elevation plane is a phi, elevation plane is a theta and the azimuth plane is a phi. The position P is a r distance from the center of the dipole. Therefore, we can say that at any instant of time, the current distributions will be as the dipole is situated in the z directions, and if we take the plus that is half portions of the dipoles are in the upper sides of the z, that is plus z coordinate, and the less other part is in the negative side of the z coordinate. Therefore, we can that current distribution can be written in terms of like that Az, which is the vector. The directional vectors in the z directions of I0 is the amplitude of the current of, if it is a sinusoidal current, we are assuming for a simplicity of the analysis. Therefore, the current distribution is like that. The propagation constant is a k in the positive sides of the z coordinate, that is 0 to L by 2, whereas the negative sides of the z coordinates, that is from 0 to minus L by 2, the current distribution will be like that. In all these analysis, we also assume that the diameter, actually the diameter of the wire should also be very less. That is, at least it should be lambda by 10 times lesser than. If it is like that, so if we are going to analysis it in the transmission line model, therefore we can say the input impedance of the antenna are from the transmission line model, we can say that it will be, the equation will be like that. That is, Zin is equal to Z0. Z0 is the characteristic impedance of the transmission line at all, and the ZL is the load impedance. So, what is the load impedance? We can say the load impedance may be the impedance which is associated with the antenna radiations, or and the characteristic impedance is the transmission line itself, the impedance of that. So, there acts is a time varying signal. So, this definitely not only the resistive part, there will be some capacitive or the inductive part is there. Now, if we consider the transmission line model is actually open circuited, that's why we can consider if open circuited means the impedance will be infinite, and that is the basically in practical antenna cases we are coming here giving you just overview of that. If the transmission line, we are consider the transmission line model previously like that way, that the parallel transmission line model, and we also shown that the current distribution was like that way. I can say the current distribution will be like that. This is the current distribution. Already we have shown it. The current distribution is that, and for the another transmission line, the current distribution will be like that. And if we cut the small portion of it, that is a very small portion, because we know this is the basically that this is actually the terms of this lambda by 4 up to this distance is in there, we can say it will be the lambda by 4. So, up to this distance, I can say this distance is lambda. This distance total lambda, and this is definitely is stands for the lambda by 2. This is the lambda by 2. The position is lambda by 2 here. So, if it is infinite small antenna, so therefore it is a very small portion of that in terms of lambda by 100 or lambda by 50. So the current distribution in this portion will be is just a straight line. Similarly, from this transmission line, it will also be a straight line. So ultimately, if we take this transmission line or bend it in a very small like that, so very small, I can say in that way. If I take it very small, like in that way, very small, that is I total length here I can make it as a lambda by, for an example, suppose I can take it as a lambda by 10 for an example. Therefore the current distribution will be triangular in nature. So this is a straight line, this is a straight line. So direction of the current in both the direction is that direction of the current I, and it will be that direction of the current I is will be in that direction. So the total current in this direction, it current will be that direction, and that positive have also in that direction. So current will be in similar direction, and it will be the triangular, the first half, and for this second half it will be given as a triangular position of the current distribution. So for the infinite small dipole antenna is basically if we make a bend at the end of the transmission line, open-ended, obviously it's an open-ended transmission line, we can find out, we can get the infinitesimal small dipole antenna. So for these purposes, if this impedance that is become an infinite for an actual antenna cases, therefore the input impedance will be given by this equation. Whereas if it is shorted, that is if impedance becomes 0, therefore the impedance will be become like this equation. And if it is perfectly matches for the closed loop loop wire or something else, therefore it will be Zin is equal to Z0. Our in this situation, definitely antenna should be in such a way so that its input impedance which will be fed, the signal will be fed there, should be matched with this antenna radiation resistance and etc etc. So therefore if for the short circuited cases, that is if ZL tends to 0, then we can say the nature of this impedance will be an inductive in nature, whereas if it is a open circuited, so it will be an capacitive in nature. So in any cases the dipole antenna, that is a short dipole antenna, have the huge amount of I can say the capacitive load. So in any cases the short dipole antenna are basically taken care of as a huge amount of inductive, or if it is a open short circuited, that we not consider it is an antenna, so we are considering as an open circuited, so it is capacitively loaded in the both sides of the antenna, hugely loaded, capacitively loaded. So in addition there will be some resistance, there will be some capacitive in that capacitive reactance is also there. So as it is a capacitive reactance is there, therefore in the next term is there, we have to be finding out how the radiation resistance will be taken care in that cases, because we know that that antenna, which is basically an open ended, it has some huge amount of capacitive in the capacitive load there. So the current distribution here can be find out as usual. We are taken care of for the positive sides of the Z direction, and for the negative side of the Z direction the current distribution is given there. From this current distribution we can find out the magnetic vector potential as the distribution of the current in the partial function, which is actually coming from the Ampere's law, that is coming from the Ampere's law. We can find the magnetic vector potential from the Ampere law, because due to the time varying electric field are there, or the time varying current are there, this current, the time varying current. So therefore we can the special function will be there at any distance of r, which are already we are told that in the r theta phi coordinate system. So minus L by 2 to 0 for the first half, and that is the positive half of the Z direction, and the negative half of the Z direction will be 0 to L by 2, and we can integrate it, and we can find out the total field pattern. Of course, this is a far field pattern, because we know that the magnetic vector potential from the magnetic vector potential we can finding out the H phi, that is the azimuthal direction of magnetic field is there, and so that the other two component of the magnetic field, that is HR and H theta, should be 0, and other the two component of the electric field, that is the perpendicular component of the electric field corresponding to the HR and H theta will be survived, and that electric field will be ER and E theta. And also we find that for the far field that electric field pattern, that is the ER, is only confined in the near field region, because the electric field pattern ER is actually, it is a proportional to 1 by R square. We can say this ER, that is ER, which are going to be ER, that is the radial component of the electric field, is basically the proportional of, inversely proportional of 1 by R square. As that is R, it is R square, so it will be only feasible when when the value of R is very small. That's why we can say it is a near field condition. So far field condition, this field will not be survived. So which field will be survived here? Here will be survived the field of this E theta, and as well as the magnetic field H phi. So these are the two field component which are survive in the far field component. And also we can find out the average power radiated from the dipole and the ratio of that, because we know that the P is equal to I square R, and average power, if we take taken is the half of that, therefore the radiation resistance RR can be calculated, or can be easily calculated, that it is 20 pi square into L by lambda, where L is the length of this dipole. Now the thing is that how short will be the dipole? If the L by lambda is in the terms of 1 by 10. Suppose I am taking this as an 1 by 10. What I am telling here, for an example, it is an 1 by 10. So I am taken here as if that 1 by 10 is the length, my length of the dipole antenna, or dipole antenna, or infinite small dipole antenna. Therefore the resistance will be very less, that is only 2 ohm. If the same calculation, if we put this ratio as a lambda by 4, that is the quarter wavelength, I can say it is a quarter of the wavelength, therefore the resistance will be increases. So 12.3 or ohm. Similar way, for the dipole antenna, that is when the length of the wire will becomes as a lambda by 2, the radiation resistance will be far improved. It is near about 50 ohms. So how it is also observed that how good or how better the radiation resistance, the efficiency of the antenna will be high, efficiency of the antenna will be good enough. So therefore we can see that the small antenna or the short antenna are definitely radiated, but its efficiency of radiation will be very less because of the low radiation resistances. This is our first inferences in here. From here also, if we go to we have to, if you for the effective radiation, we definitely need to increment of the length of the dipole antenna. That is, we can also see when the length of the dipole antenna is increases, the efficiency is increases, because the radiation resistance is going to be increases. Now if we bend this wire from here, that is from here. If we bend this antenna, that is from here. Suppose I am bending this antenna from here. And also from similar way bending this antenna from here. So from here I have to find out lambda by 4 is the length. From this length is basically the length is the lambda by 4, and here also the length is lambda by 4. So total length of this antenna will be become, so the transmission line model of this, if you bended it, so it will comes as like this, all of this part is lambda by 4 and this part lambda by 4. So total it is comes as the lambda by 2. So this part is actually the lambda by 4 up to this portion as usual. The lambda by 4 and the total is lambda by 2 as usual, lambda by 2. So it is a lambda by 2, so I can say this is as a dipole antenna of length lambda by 2. Why we are doing so? Because in this condition we can find that the current distribution, is like that for a sinusoidal distribution of the current. So I can find for a dipole antenna the current distribution will be looking like this. For length of the dipole antenna will be like this. So this is the current distribution. In case of triangle it will be like that, the half of the this circle. So it is a distribution of the current will be like that. And also we can find out the resistance. Already we have found out the resistance will be high. So the efficiency of this kind of antenna will be high. That's why we can take an as a dipole antenna. At the same time, we are also found that this type of the dipole antennas the capacity being that is the capacity part, that is the capacity part will be low, become low, rather than the small infinite small antenna or the short antennas. This actually the lambda by 2 that dipole antenna, we have we can actually find out that the capacity part will be very less. So what is the survive? The surviveness, it will be the real part of the resistances. So it will be very good to match with the transmission line impedance, which will be standard. Normally we are using the standard transmission line impedance for US standard it will be 50 ohms, and for Russian standard it will be near about 75 ohms. So whatever it is that, so how good it is matched with the input impedance, so that will be power transfer will be good enough. So this dipole antenna is become as a very familiar of the length of lambda by 2. So this is the current distribution, and as well as the voltage distribution, as the current and voltage are out of phase. So the current distribution, voltage distribution are maximum here, and here also the negative pole side is the maximum here, and the current distribution will be like that for any dipole antenna. And associated electric field and the magnetic field will be already given, already discussed there, and that can be finding out. And also we can find out the E theta field, and therefore this field are going to be finding out for the radiation purposes. And that total field radiated from there, as usual, as this is the, I am telling here, it is the current distribution is there. The electric field are basically depend upon the current distribution. Whenever this current distribution is multiplied by or the elementary factor, that is the current distribution is of this element factor, because previously I told that whenever we are going to analyze a dipole antenna, it is a basically small part, means if total length is lambda by 2. So first part is suppose I can say this is lambda by very small part, that is a 5 times of this, like that. Suppose I can say this is the lambda by 2. This dipole antenna is the length of suppose lambda by 2. If I divided it in 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, that is 5 part. So one part will be by 1 by 5. So one of the part will become such lambda by 10. So it is a summation. I can say it is a summation of lambda by 10 small antenna. This is one of the lambda by 10, another lambda by 10, lambda by 10, small like that. So here also we can also say it is basically the summation of small dipole antenna can making as a lambda by 2 antenna. So here we can this field distribution coming from the inference small dipole antenna. Whenever this is a basically element factor, I can say the element factor which is basically the inference small antenna, and multiply or I can make it a summation over the space factor, that is over the total length, that is minus L by 2 to 0 and 0 to L by 2, that is the total length, that is in case of dipole antenna, that is the L by lambda by 2 antenna. It will be I mean the lambda by 2 0 and 0 to lambda, it is the dipole length antenna, that this phase factor by the total antenna pattern.